All right. Feel free to use the
Sure.
headphones if you'd like.
Headphones, yeah.
Yeah. And we've kind of been talking a little bit already. What was your name again?
Riley.
Riley? Riley?
Yes, sir.
Okay, awesome. Okay, and yeah, we talked a little bit already. You said that you're a poli-sci major? Okay, cool. You're at UCLA?
Yeah.
All right. And you were also saying that you've been studying some philosophy and psychology, or?
Not really psychology so much. I mean, that's something that's interesting to me, but I've always been into primarily politics, world politics, geopolitics, really anything political. I'm a political junkie, but with that said, I'm also very interested in different types of philosophy and the philosophy of religion as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have like a main takeaway from your studies so far in philosophy?
Yeah, I think philosophy, for me, it's not just repudiating religion and talking about how I find that really illogical for me. It's about a couple things. One of the things that you guys obviously have out here is freedom of inquiry, being a free thinker, and trying to make that a major tenet of who I am and something that affects every thought that processes through my mind. And then something else is applying the idea of skepticism to really any belief or any view that I hold, and always trying to challenge myself and simply follow the evidence where it takes me on everything.
Okay, so skepticism and value of evidence.
Absolutely. Reason, skepticism, doubt.
Okay, cool, awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see. So did you pick one of the topics that we had on there, or did you want to come up with your own that we can explore?
Yeah, one that I thought was awfully interesting was about how it's important to believe things that are true, and I don't really think there's any utility in believing things that aren't true simply because they make us feel good or they serve some other power structure.
You think that it's important to believe true things?
Absolutely. I think it ought to be the foundation of everything.
Okay. So this will be the claim. Okay. And a little bit ago, I kind of introduced you to the confidence scale. That's this black and white scale here. So this would be like 0% confident. This would be 100% confident. This would be neutral.
Okay.
So I just want to get a sense of your confidence in this claim. So if you want to put the needle corresponding to your level of confidence in that claim. So if you're really confident that this is true, then you would put it on the black part, and then if you were not so confident, you would put it more on the white part here.
All right.
All right. So would that be 100%?
We were talking about that earlier, 99% or 100%. I think this claim is less about epistemology and more about the utility of applying these principles in your life and the practicality of that. So I'm going to go with 100.
Okay, so you're 100% confident that it's important to believe true things, and that's based on the practicality part of it, how it affects decision-making, that kind of thing, or maybe you can explain it to me a little bit more.
Yeah, I think not just in practicality, but in terms of ethics as well. I think the right thing is to believe true things and be honest and transparent about everything, and I think people would greatly benefit from that.
So believing true things is more of an ethical issue for you?
It's a practical as well as ethical issue for me.
Okay. So, what holds the most weight in bringing you to that level of confidence? Do you have a main reason that you would use that would hold that belief up
Sure.
to a level of 100%?
Yeah, I think we can go through, several examples. I think a very foundational philosophical text is the Trial of Socrates, where he denies the gods of the city, and he's put to death for that, for the pursuit of believing what's true, for embracing the spirit of free inquiry. And we can talk about more relevant examples. For example, what
would be one that holds the most weight for you that you can think of?
I think I'd say I think if we talk about U.S. foreign policy, you have to believe true things, because so many wars are based on foundational falsehoods. So I think that's one great example of it. I think another example is the falsehoods of religion. If we look at Christianity, for example, and how there's such an exceedingly high opportunity cost to believe things that aren't true, that often have deleterious consequences.
Okay. So there's an idea of false or wars being fought based on falsehoods, and other things like people believing in religions that could be false. Which of those two would be more important to you?
I'd say the former, about wars.
Wars? Okay.
It's one example.
So we could use that as your main reason for thinking that believing true things is important?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. False conclusions. All right. So that's the main reason. So there's nothing that you could be shown that would raise your confidence in that. Would that be accurate?
I'm sorry, that says wars
being fought because of false conclusions. Is that okay? Or I can rephrase it. Based on falsehoods?
Yeah, that's...
Falsehoods?
Yeah,
okay.
That's great.
Yeah. Yeah, if there's any time that you need to correct me, just...
Okay,
definitely.
sure, yeah.
I want to make an accurate representation of your view.
Mm-hmm.
So being at 100% confident in this, does that mean that there's nothing that you could be shown to raise it even more? Would that be accurate?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything that would cause you to lower your confidence in this claim being true?
Yeah, I think in terms of practicality, if you could show me strong evidence that sometimes believing false things promotes human welfare.
Okay. So like if we were to come up with an example which it's better for humanity for us to be believing false things, that would lower your confidence?
Yeah, and I should add one caveat. I think just for the sake of consistency, when we talk about these things, I think it's important that we talk about adults and not children, because I think that's one example where with children, I think sometimes it would be even cruel to tell what the honest truth of something is when they're not emotionally mature.
Okay, so being kind of sensitive to a child's mind, we're going to leave those examples off the table.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess back to the question, if we were to come up with an example, if adults believe things that were not true, that would lower your confidence?
Yeah, that would lower my confidence.
Okay, because it reminds me of something that we were talking about the other day, where believing that a gun is always loaded, even though there's no evidence of it being loaded. That this other guy was saying that that's actually better. It adds to human flourishing if we always had the belief that every gun is loaded no matter what, even if we know for sure. So would that be an example of something that would lower your confidence in this claim being true?
No, I don't think that one would, because as a fairly highly evolved primate and a species with what I'd say is above average intelligence, people should know, if the gun is really loaded or not. But even if the gun isn't loaded, we're able to act as if it is loaded. So while being fully cognizant of the fact that the gun is not loaded, we still have the ability to act and behave as if it is, and we can still be truthful to ourselves, and no lies have to be told in order for that to happen.
Gotcha. So we could still have the true belief that the gun is not loaded, and behave in a way that respects the fact that sometimes it could be, even though we're pretty sure that it's not, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like the difference between how we behave and what we believe, you're making a distinction between those. Is that
correct?
Okay. All right.
I think, I agree with that.
Okay. Is there a way to tell that this claim is not true?
No, because you can't apply true or false. You can't apply truth values to ethical claims.
Okay. So there's no way to tell if this was false.
Right. It's non-falsifiable.
Okay. All right. Is there a test that we could perform to tell us whether that claim is true or not?
Not unless you can think of one.
Yeah, it's interesting to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so to recap, you're 100% confident in a claim that we're not able to tell is false, and we can't think of a test to tell if it's true or false?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my position as of now.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Well,
I appreciate this, yeah.
How do you think it went?
I think this went well. I was very happy with it. I got super excited when I saw what you guys were doing, and I'm always down to talk about this stuff. So I really appreciate you guys being out here and
thanks for
encouraging
stopping.
people to, kind of get out of schoolwork for a little bit and just think on your own,
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting how much we learn between classes, right?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's good talking to you.
Yeah, wonderful
We've got
talking
kind of
to
a line
you.
going, so
of course, yeah.
We'll be here for probably another maybe a couple hours or so.
Awesome.
If there's not a line and you want to talk some more,
Totally.
come back and we'll do it again, and maybe
All
we'll
right.
have you hook up with Reed or maybe even Quinn here.
Yeah, awesome, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, good to
All
meet
right.
you.
Yeah, you too. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
Yeah. And is that on YouTube now?
It's on Twitch because
Okay.
it's live streaming to Twitch, and it should be up on YouTube depending on
Twitch,
Gotcha.
Facebook, Twitter, and my YouTube second channel.
what he said.
What's it on?
Go
Yeah.
to my Twitter, and there's a link.
Okay. Gotcha.
Oh, I forgot. Every time we have a conversation, we offer one of these colored puzzle pieces.
Oh yeah.
So you, the idea is that you come back for more
I like that.
and build the whole set.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'll be back.
Sounds good. Take care.